Take a look at this time-lapse video of the snowfall out in Mount Juliet. Fox 17 News photojournalist Kyle Benton taking this footage earlier today as the winter blast moved through Wilson County. You can see the totals start to gather here, melt, and then more snow falling. You can see this video and more like it on our Fox Nashville YouTube channel. And while you're there, don't forget to subscribe to see stories like this first from Fox 17 News.
And be sure to tune in on Saturday morning for a special edition of Fox 17 News this morning starting at 6 a.m. Again, that's tomorrow for an extended look at this significant snowfall event. What's happening tomorrow? Again, that starts at 6 a.m. tomorrow right here on Fox 17.
All right, Katie, you said the snow's tapering off. Maybe we'll get out of this mess sooner than anticipated or right on track. What are you thinking?
Yeah, that's about right on track. We were expecting the bulk of this storm to be done with by the evening hours and then maybe a few flurries as we head through the overnight. And that's kind of what we're looking at here. For the plateau, the winter storm warning will continue until 3 a.m. and that's mainly for the little bit of snow that's moving through now. Cold Saturday on tap. We're looking at some good melting by Sunday and tracking more cold, believe it or not, as we head towards next week. We have a new record for today, a new daily snowfall record. 3.9 inches was the official total at B&A. That is the new record. Old one was 3 inches, set back in 1895, a long-standing record, I might add. And yes, it was on the lower range of what we were expecting. With most likely totals around 5 to 7, did not happen, but did mention yesterday that we would have at least 3 to 5 inches, and that's the range that we ended up with, where I've seen most of our reports in that 3 to 5 inch category. We'll get the official snow report most likely tomorrow with area totals here. But what happened? Why didn't we get more snowfall? What we expected to see. There was a lot at play, but a couple of big things that took our snow totals down was the warmer air aloft. As I mentioned yesterday, that would be something that would cut in toward those totals and did, especially in our southern counties. Along with it, our temperatures were just a little too warm for good accumulating snow. This is a time lapse again from our own Fox 17 photographer Kyle Benton. And again, we had quite a bit of accumulating snow and snow falling all day, really. But watch as it melted once that snow let up, and the heavy snow just could not keep up with it, with the melting. I'll get it out. But again, with temperatures just at or above 32 degrees, we saw a lot more melting at play and that snowfall not able to keep up with the melting. So that's what ended up leaving us with a good 2 inches, in a lot of cases less than what we expected or what we thought we would most likely get. Here's a live look from our Robertson County sky camera here, and Springfield's looking still wet on those roads. These areas here on the side, this is going to be what we want to really pay attention to. In addition to that, I've noticed that we are starting to pick up some fog out towards the plateau and could become a little more widespread throughout the evening. If this were to occur and the fog is thick enough, it could lead to freezing drizzle, which would add to our black ice problem for tomorrow morning. So again, stressing the importance of making sure you're taking it easy on those roads if you have to be out and about. So tomorrow morning, we're code red just for those slick roadways that we'll have around the impacts left over from all the snow that we had today. Sun on Sunday will allow for some good melting, but then we'll refreeze overnight with temperatures well below freezing. Each day, though, we will gradually improve. Those secondary roads, bridges, overpasses, you know the drill, will be the main problems for us. So tomorrow, we look at a mostly cloudy to overcast sky. Temperatures will be around 32 at 10. I think we top off just above the freezing mark, kind of like where we were today. We may see a peak of sunshine, so we're not expecting a ton of melting. But again, we'll see it all refreeze as we head through the overnight. So we walk you through future track for the remainder of this evening. As I mentioned, a few light snow showers will be left over. These shouldn't accumulate too much. Here's 5 a.m. Temperatures in the mid-20s or so for the overnight. And we top off for the afternoon again in those low 30s for the day. Keeping skies mostly cloudy. And that continues until we get into early Sunday morning when we start to see those clouds clear out. Going into Sunday afternoon, the sunshine will be our friend, and we will start to see more of that melting occur. The cold weather, though, does not want to let go of its grip. We've got a second front that'll be pushing through. It could bring us some colder air for early next week after seeing some upper 30s to low 40s. We'll talk more about that coming up in your Fox 17 Code Red forecast.